Okay, on 19. Here we've got a whole number times a radical, whole number times a radical. So you're going to multiply the whole numbers, then you're going to multiply the radicals. So 3 times 5 is 15. And then the radicals, let's do the whole numbers in there. 2 times 6 is 12. X times x to the third gets you x to the fourth. Y squared times y squared gets you y to the fourth. Okay. So now we need to simplify our square root. Is there a perfect square factor in 12? There is. It's 4 times 3. Square root of 4 is 2 times 15 is 30. And we're left with a radical 3 for the whole number. Then for the variables, x to the fourth, well, how many sets of 2 x's are there? Or x squareds in there? We've got 2, 4, yep, so there's 2. So this is x squared. There's 2 sets of x squareds. How many y squareds are there? There are 2 of those. Okay. So there's your final simplified answer on 19. Okay. On 20, here we've got a number times 2 terms here is a binomial, so this is going to have to get distributed to both terms. Square root of 10 times square root of 5 is the square root of 50, plus square root of 10 times square root of 10, going to get you 10. There's a 1 out in front, so 1 times 3 is 3, square root of 10 times square root of 10 is 10. Now square root of 50 can be reduced. That's 25 times 2. So square root of 25 is 5, square root of 2, and then 3 times 10 is 30. So that's number 20. On 23, here we have a binomial times a binomial. So here we're going to need to do FOIL. So for FOIL, we're going to do first, outer, and last, which is really just distributing. We're going to multiply these and those, then these, then those. Okay, so 2 square root of 3 times 2 square root of 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 gets you 3. Square root times itself. The square root goes away. Okay, now we've got 2 square root of 3 times a negative 4 square root of 2. So a positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 4 is 8. Square root of 3 times square root of 2 is square root of 6. Let's do the inner terms here. There's a 1 there. 1 times 2 is 2. Square root of 2 times square root of 3 is square root of 6. Then positive times a negative is a negative. 1 times 4 is 4. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. Now let's simplify this. 4 times 3 is 12. These combine together. Negative 8 and positive 2 gets you negative 6 square root of 6. And then 4 times 2, that gets you a minus 8. 12 minus 8, those can combine together to get you 4. And then you're left with minus 6 square root of 6. Okay? So that is number 23. Okay? Should have time for one more here. And 30. Problem number 30. Here you've got a binomial squared, which means we're going to need to multiply it by itself. So square root of 3 plus 4 square root of 7 times square root of 3 plus 4 square root of 7. Now we're going to have to do FOIL. So square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. Square root of 3 times 4 square root of 7, there's a 1 out here. 1 times 4 is 4. Square root of 3 times square root of 7 is square root of 21. Multiply your inner terms here. 4 times, there's a 1 out in front there, so that's positive 4. Square root of 7 times square root of 3 is square root of 21. And then we do our last terms here. 4 times 4 is 16. Square root of 7 times square root of 7 is 7. So now these can combine together. This gets you 3 plus 8 square root of 21. 16 times 7. 16 times 7 is, this is a 2 for 112. Okay, so then 3 and 112 can combine together to get you 115 plus 8 square root of 21. And there's your final answer on number 30.